Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. If you are a would-be live streamer or you're brand new to live streaming, I'm going to show you 10 ways to ruin a live stream. I'm telling you, and I'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay, nobody wants to ruin their live stream on purpose. At least I don't think so. But there are a few things that are kind of like common sense if you like really think about it. But it's good to go over these points every now and again. Okay, and of course, wishing everybody well. Say, by the way, if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a veteran here, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're just dropping by to say hi, well, hi back, and I hope you come back. Mainly, we talk about saving money here, but I felt this was important for anyone that's considering live streaming. I come on live every once in a while, and I could tell you this, that these things will ruin a live stream. Okay. By starting a live stream late, if you designate a certain time for a live stream and the folks are waiting for you beyond a couple of minutes, automatic turn off. The people were so nice and kind to show up at your live stream, but yet you were late. Now, what can make a person late? One, another factor that I'm going to talk about in a minute. One is showing up at your own broadcast studio too late. No, 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 negative, a no. I'll get into that in a minute. So please don't show up to your own live stream very late. Don't show up late. I try to come on exactly within the same minute that I posted. I know that there are outside factors beyond your control that sometimes can ruin things. Yes, I agree with you there. But beyond a couple of minutes, in my opinion, can really be a turnoff to the viewer. Next, asking the current viewers to wait to see if other viewers, live viewers, are going to come in to view your show. For example, I have seen many shows where people will actually tell their live viewers, we'll just wait a few minutes. So, let's hang out a few minutes and wait for other viewers to come on. No, it doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way. You want to be on time. You want to deliver your messages, and that's what counts. And to be honest with you, doesn't really matter the amount of live viewers that are watching you, because your stuff goes back on playback, on replay. It matters to you how many people see your message, whether it's live or whether it's pre-recorded. That's what counts. So to ask the current viewers to stick around and, let's hang out and wait 10 minutes or so for others to come in. No, everybody's time is valuable. And you'll never hear me say that. You'll never hear me say that. Not going to happen. I don't care if there's 1 or 0 viewers. I'm going to go on with my content. Okay, being unprepared. Okay, being unprepared. You're just there just to be there. Some people I have seen just go live to go live. Now, that might be amusing. But where's the longevity there? I just felt like coming on live today. If you have anything you want to say to me, that sounds to me unprofessional. It's unprofessional to me. Now, if you just want to hang out, I don't know. I've never done one of those hangout shows. I've always done a show with a purpose, okay? But for longevity and for evergreen broadcasting, if you will, something that is relevant now and relevant a year from now, to me, Jan, that's more important to me than, I just feel like coming on live today. How you doing? And I don't know. That works if you're doing a test live, if you've never gone live before. And I have done that like initially, once to test the broadcast. But usually there was always some sort of other message, okay? But not in general, unprepared like that. It shows. It doesn't look professional. Relying on others to carry over the show for you. If you have a guest, okay, you are responsible. You are the host or the hostess or whatever way you want to put it of the show, okay? It is your job to guide the guests along. They say what they have to say, but it is not their job to fulfill the entire contents of the show. You gently guide them and they say what they have to say, but you don't make them responsible to carry on the show while you just sit back idly. No. And by the way, while they're speaking, pay strict attention to what they're saying. They may be saying something to you that you didn't anticipate, even if you briefed them earlier with questions. Okay. So always come back to them with a question about what they just said and the content. Okay. And one more thing while we're at it, run on shows that keep going on and on for all eternity, even after the points have been made over and over, and re-asking the visitor, the guest, the same question 3 times. Not only is it unfair to the guest, but it's quite boring for the viewer. And the viewers pick that up, okay? Giving you a lot of gold information here, so, take heed. Take heed. So don't rely on the guest to carry over your show. It is your show, okay? You are responsible. Not checking your equipment ahead of time, that is a humongous no-no. And this is why it is important for you, the host of the show, the live streamer, to check all of your stuff, to enter your broadcast studio at least 15, and that's being conservative, to 20 minutes. 20 minutes is very good. 20 minutes ahead of time. If you're supposed to go live at 7 p.m., get into your broadcast studio at least 20 minutes ahead of time, okay? While you're at it, make sure you have a backup in case your guest decides to flat leave you at the last minute. Oh, it's been known to happen. I have had that happen. But the viewer did not know that. Because I had backup information. You see, you have to have a backup plan. You could go on with something like if you relied on somebody to talk about, let's say, saving money at the grocery store, okay? And for whatever the reason, that person couldn't show up, okay? Well, then you continue on with saving money at the grocery store, and then, for example, have a book ready or some other information ready to, show some money-saving recipes. It depends on the subject matter. Have a plan B. We do not live in perfect world, because in perfect world, guests always show up and they always show up on time. Okay. So, but that is not necessarily the case. Now this sounds kind of silly, but it's important. Always keep tissues and a bottle of water or a cup of coffee or tea next to you during your live broadcast. Why? Well, it's pretty obvious. If you start sneezing, you need a tissue, more than likely, okay? If you start gagging and coughing, you want something to calm down your cough or your throat. And it's rather embarrassing on a live stream to go into a coughing jag or a sneezing jag and wiping your nose with your hand, which is gross. You need tissues next to you, and you need something to drink. Also, remind all your guests, this just came to me here, so here's a bonus tip. Remind all your guests that if they're on your live stream, to shut off all devices, like if other people are using other internet devices in their home, shut off all of those devices, because to block out some of those extraneous outside noises. And if they can show up at the studio, if they have a headset, that is very helpful in blocking out some of those extraneous noises. I like to unplug my house phone when I go live from home, because my luck is always that the phone will inevitably ring while I'm live streaming. And that's rather embarrassing. There were a couple of shows where a couple of people, despite my warning, still didn't listen and still called the house phone anyway. So I have since learned a lesson. So this is a lesson by example and experience. Unplug your house phone for a few minutes so that that doesn't happen. And it's also, if you don't restart your device, your computer, whatever you're working on, your phone, if you're live streaming from that, a great idea is to restart your phone, restart your computer. It sort of clears the decks and it makes for a smoother experience when you are live streaming. And another thing, not giving enough notice of your show. If you post that you're coming on live in 20 minutes, do you really expect 20 people right away to be watching you? Of course not. Of course not. Now, sometimes that happens, and I have done that. Like the other day when I received my second vaccination, I decided to come on live, but I had no way of determining what time I was getting my second vaccination, so I couldn't do a pre-plan. When I do a pre-planned live, 99% of the time, the viewers will get a post stating that I will be, for example, on Sunday at 2 o'clock. They'll usually get that notice about 3 days. Most people suggest a week. It all depends. But advance notice is a really, really good thing. So the bottom line is always be prepared. Don't rely on the guests. Reboot your computer before you go on live. Make sure you show up at your own broadcast studio. And another thing, make sure that you brief the people that you have invited to your show. Brief them with the questions and create an instruction list when you expect them at your broadcast studio and stuff like that, and how to reach you in case there's any last minute change. Okay. So I hope that this helps anybody would be live streaming or brand new live streaming, and anybody else that was curious enough to watch. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for viewing. Why? Because I really do appreciate you. Don't forget to come back in the future for another show. Have an amazing upcoming weekend, because today, actually, no, I'm recording this Friday, but today's Saturday, you viewing it. Enjoy your weekend at any rate. Have a great day. Happy live streaming.